cover. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive.
Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Mills.
He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Again, it's Mills.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mills to throw it.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
To throw, Mills.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to get them out to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
This is fielded at the 27. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They're led out by a man whose family name is known very well in this town. This is Derek Carr.
So there is history. All right, you can't help it. He might have been younger, but you do soak up the history of what went on there. And now he's in that city trying to beat that team.
On play action, now Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Harrington.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line.
First carry of the game for Zamir White.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary in today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
Matthew Butler made the stop.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
From just shy of midfield, Mills. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
The Raiders offense ready to go.
And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round. On the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball. 2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Carr. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Here's White. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense. And he gets halfway there from a 4 to a 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out comes Houston. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? Let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on, and now they're the team that they play one game with. Right. Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, that's critical because now you come in and you get the momentum. You can take them out in that one game, and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover, and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly, or this might be their last game. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Let's go. Play action now. Mills. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the 1st. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, it could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now a play fake. Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harrington. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down, here's White. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. White will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off with a touchdown run by Zamir White. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Mills on first down. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. He gets this one to Mechie. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down throw for Mills. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Mills again. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mills' throw taken in by Pascal. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down. Throwing, Mills. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. Now it's a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Here's Mills. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Below Nichols. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12, as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
Carr now on first down. He's got a man, complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. On is the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? Just because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Now Mills. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53.
Folk's kick is good.
And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they can come out and look real sharp in the second half.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Devontae Adams to the field again.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Final play of the half, Mills.
Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you on over to Orlando.
A look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. 30. 10. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their 25-yard line. Mills now. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Mills. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as it takes this forward for about 6.
It's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Play action. Now it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He's got room at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. They run straight ahead here with White. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now Carr. And he finds McLaurin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion. And now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
White. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now Houston's offense taking over again. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Now Carr on the bootleg, rolling to his right.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Carr now on 1st down.
Oh. Looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. The size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense.
And the Raiders have got him. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
Throw left side complete. That's Harrington. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On play action. Now Carr.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. To throw, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because...
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens.
And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
2nd and 9. Mills to throw it. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Davante Adams to the field again.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL, except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know. We'll
throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll go up the middle with White. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Carr. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw his Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us. I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5 now. Carr looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
6-18. Carr going to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Pass interference. Defense.
So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Carlson now to add the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the football going back over down to the Houston Texans. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. A 1st down throw for Mills.
Sets up the screen to Robinson.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
1st down, Mills. This will be complete to Mechie. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Mills.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Hello.
Over the middle complete. Harrington.
What's up?
Brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Chewing up big yardage.
Just
Another nice
crushing the Texans.
Nice. See, Nick wasn't so lucky.
No. I bet he was pissed.
And that they have in every way, plays across all phases of the
Game almost over.
Yeah, a minute to go.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it...
Oh yeah, McLaurin.
Again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they
I'll try and redeem Nick's loss.
This one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear.
Got my revenge on the Chiefs.
Nice.
It was a tough game, but not super tough. They gave me some fumbles in my favor. Finally. They went 0 for in the red zone. The only touchdown they got was a long touchdown. My pass protection completely broke down. Davis Mills has been throwing me interceptions. Started the game with a pick six. Oh, another one.
Didn't do enough in my final game to take Defensive Player of the Year from Nick, but I took best defensive back from him. A couple picks with John Jones.
Rock Ya-Sin has 3 picks in this game.
Nice.
Your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game,
actually, the roster's good, so I should have Thornton back.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use in the final stages.
Jacoby Myers had a monster game against the Jets. 20-something catches, 400-something yards, and 7 or 8 touchdowns.
Jeez.
Carr gonna throw here.
Oh man.
And they're gonna get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Oops.
Second down and goal. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side.
Yeah, Waller.
Get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, rolling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
Oh, kicked it out of bounds.
Anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
It wasn't a super high-scoring game in next game, so I wonder what happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he wasn't too happy earlier in the day with the way things were going. I'm guessing it just carried over into that game. I lost my last game of the season because I missed an extra point because they iced me.
Oof.
I didn't know you could ice extra points. Those are just so unfair. It's like, it'd be one thing if the meter went the same as it always does, but the speed changes. So you have there's no timing to go off of.
Just give up a touchdown. That is ridiculous. I had Deshaun scrambling. He threw off his back foot running to his left and still put in a perfect spot for Amari Cooper.
Heck yeah, 510 passing yards.
Nice.
Oh yeah, they were 0 for 1 in the red zone. Sweet. No red zone TDs in the playoffs yet.
I don't know what happened, but all three of our red zone defenses through the regular season were really good.
It's because they changed the way that they calculate it, where it's not just where they don't include the field goals anymore.
I know, but even when you do include the field goals, it's not like it was. I mean, I'd only given up like 5 field goals. I did have a really good red zone defense. I'm not really sure why. Just picked the wrong play. Oh well.
Oh man, I almost had 4 guys over 100 yards receiving. Did spread the ball around though. I had 4 guys with 7 or more catches.
Oh boy, am I gonna have enough time? Oh, I did. Oh. Why was that oh my gosh. Just throw a pick.
You better not lose. I don't want
to lose either.
to be the one that makes you not have it.
It's always the same guys I throw a pick to when I play the teams.
Yep.
This freaking Greg Newsome dude picks me off every single time. He's not even a good rated player. Get him, Judon. Oh, Devin White just got hurt. Nice job, Mac. Man, my hands are sweaty. I feel like the controller's gonna slip out of my hands.
Houston punter had 7 punts for a 33.5 average.
Woof. Oh, DeAndre Kidd, you gotta pick that, bro. God, your hands freaking suck.
I had a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Man,
I
gotta
had
put a few
everything.
of those this year. Oh, I should have field goal return. Wouldn't have mattered. He made it far enough, but he missed.